Good afternoon, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So I've got a Meijer haul to share with you guys for today. I think 2 coupons maybe didn't come off. There was a lot of stuff we got. They had their like 7 for 7 sale, so they had a lot of stuff going on. And I think though that there were 2 coupons that didn't, well, no, 1 coupon didn't come off. One thing I think didn't ring up at the right price, and I'm not entirely sure if that was my fault, if it was the wrong thing or not. I think they had it marked though, but I'll explain that to you guys when I get there. As far as, you know, those deals and everything like that. But other than that, it looked like just 1 coupon didn't come off, and I'm a little confused about it. But anyways, we had over 50% savings, so I will share that with you guys for today and all the deals that they had going on. Like I said, they had that 7 for 7 sale, so we ended up getting a lot of those items, and then just a few, very few little like coupon deals that they had going on that weren't part of that. So I'll share all of that though with you guys for today. So right here, all these items on the tables, what we ended up picking up from Meijer, we spent $63.01 and saved $69.80. So like I said, I think there was maybe $4 possibly worth of errors, so we would have been under 60 bucks, which I think would have been really awesome for everything we picked up. But like I said, I'm not entirely sure. My estimate was actually, I think, 65, but I do realize that we did actually pick up these, which were 99 cents that I wasn't planning on, but we got those anyway. And then I think I got 4 of these instead of 5. And other than that, oh, they also didn't have cotton balls. Other than that, I think we got everything on the list, and we got only 1 of the 2 peach jellos because they only had 1 left, so I couldn't get 2 of those. Other than that, I think we got everything on the list. But like I said, those were the only things that I think were a little bit different, but it still would have probably been right around the same price anyway, had I gotten those things and had the coupons and stuff like that worked out. So let me real quick first go over the non 7 for 7 sale deals that were going on. They had the, this is my favorite kind of like cold brew coffee. I love like cold brew, like iced coffee kind of. And that I think is really good. I sometimes get the cold brew coffee from like Aldi has the Starbucks kind that's normally $5. But they, I think that this is actually stronger. I like it more. So that was normally $5.39 on sale for $4.49, and there was a $1 off coupon making it $3.49, which again too, I think all these prices $5.50 for the Starbucks brand, and even too, I think the other like stock brands, that was like close to 4 something as well. So this is cheaper than getting that with the coupon in the sale. And then they also had the Starbucks, or I'm sorry, not the Starbucks, the Dunkin' cold brew like coffee K-Cups. Those were $6.99, but there's a $3 off coupon making them $3.99, which I think is pretty good for a 10 count. And again too, I like iced coffee. They also had the Dunkin' cold brew, like this is the concentrate, and it's not in the refrigerated section. This is with the coffee. This is in the refrigerated section. So that's more shelf stable and will last longer. So I think I have 2 of those from the Starbucks kind as well. And I haven't tried them yet because I'm kind of nervous, just because it's like, I don't know how strong it's going to be because it says to like add water with it. But I like that. That is really strong anyway, but I'm scared that it's going to be like too strong. So anyways, though, I have to have that first before I can have that anyway, because that's going to be in the fridge. But that's the same deal. It's $6.99. There's a $3 off coupon for that as well, making it just $3.99. They also had the blackberries were on sale again, 99 cents. They didn't have it advertised, but I still thought that was a really good deal, so we picked up 2 of those. They also had the tomatoes, which were on sale for 99 cents a pound, and we picked up a little under a pound for 95 cents. They also had this like organic tomato sauce. This was on sale for $3.99, and there was a $2 off coupon making it $1.99, which I also thought was really good. And lastly, this was the other thing that I put down on my list, the Gillette Venus Extra Smooth Razor. There were 2 of them there that were both marked at the price that I thought they were supposed to be. So these ones were the ones that I think were supposed to be on sale for $6.95, but it wasn't. This one was $9.95, and then there was a $3 off coupon. So again too, if the $6 one, which I don't know if it's this one or the one that was next to it, but I think they were both tagged. I also don't know if this one was maybe in the wrong spot or something like that, and somebody somebody had saw it and then put it back, but I think it was the same thing, although this one might have been the 5-blade razor. The other one was only a 3-blade razor, which is why, and this one was more money because the more blades, the more money it cost. So that could have been why, but the $3 coupon was supposed to make it $3.95, which again too, normally I don't like to pay anything over $2 for like personal care products, but because these were like, these are the not disposable ones, like the reusable ones, these are normally a lot more money anyway. Like these ones retail at 10 something, so I was like, actually that's not that bad of a deal. But again too, they didn't end up having you know, I picked up the wrong one, the $9 one, instead of getting the $3 one, or the $6 one, making it $3. So like I said, that was a little unfortunate because it's kind of somewhat of a costly mistake. Then the 7 for 7 sale that they had going on, the items on the table were on sale 7 for 7, so they're $1 each when you buy 7 participating products or more, and I ended up buying much more than 7 items. So you don't have to buy in multiples of 7, you just have to buy 7 or more. So with these that we ended up picking up, like I said, was well over 7 products for the rest of the stuff that was on the table. A couple of them did have coupons that went along with them as well, so I'll share that with you guys. They did have the paste enchilada sauce, which we used just recently to make enchiladas the other day, and was really good. And I was like, you know what, everybody liked them, I might make them more often. So if we had enchilada sauce, so I'm just gonna buy more and kind of stock up on them. But they were only, again, to $1 with that sale. They had both the Pace or the Meijer store brand, because I think a couple weeks ago when they had this sale, I bought the wrong one of the two. Like the Meijer brand was supposed to be the Pace, or the other way around, I don't remember what it was. But this week they have both, so you can get either the Pace or the Meijer brand enchilada sauce. So again, pick that up. They also had the Lance snack crackers, the 6-packs with 4 crackers in like a pack. Those were only $1 after that, which I think is a pretty good price. They also had their like cotton swabs and cotton rounds and cotton balls, but they were out of the cotton balls. So we picked up those 2, which again too, only $1 with that sale. I think it's awesome because that's cheaper than Walmart's price, which is typically expensive on even now the cotton rounds. Like I used to be able to get a pack at the Dollar Tree for like $1, but it was like normally like a 60 count or 80 count, maybe something like that. This is a 100 count and it's only $1 versus Dollar Tree's price, who knows what they are anymore. So like I said, I thought that was a pretty good deal. I also picked up one of the little lint rollers. It's one of the smaller ones, which is convenient for like, again too, leaving in the car or whatever if you need it. We have one that's in the house, so I feel like this would be perfect for leaving out in the car for needing a lint roller. They also had these little sport drink mixes, the Meijer brand ones, which I've never seen included in the sale so far since I've been shopping at Meijer, so I thought that was also really good for $1. Then these it's like Wonder Water. These were on sale for $1 again too with the sale, but they had $1 off of one coupon. However, I do not see that it took off, and I was questioning whether or not this was just like new packaging on the brand, because they weren't called Wonder Water before. But I didn't know if it was like a specific like type of it, like a bubbly kind of like water, like where it was like carbonated instead of being like, you know, if that makes sense, or something like that, if it was more like the sparkling ice, like, and so I didn't know for sure. But I saw again too what looked like different packaging, which these are differently packaged than the other ones were, but the coupon didn't come off, so I don't know if it just didn't come off or like what it was. But anyways, yeah, like I said, that didn't end up working out. But it should have been like completely free if I would have just bought one, but I bought 2, and I was like, that's still like only 50 cents each. That's still a really good deal. But then the coupon didn't come off at all, so yeah, I don't know. Anyways, they also had the peach jello, which again too, we were gonna get 2 of, my mom wanted 2 of them, but they only had 1 left, so hopefully they have the sale again next week and they're restocked and we can pick up one of those, just because they don't carry the peach kind at Aldi. They also don't carry apple or banana bread anymore at Aldi. I don't know if it's just seasonal though. I'm kind of wondering if it is, like they only have like the quick like muffin mix bread mixes at Aldi, like maybe during the winter or kind of like baking season, and they don't have them in stock now anymore. But she did have that on the list as well, and we haven't gotten it because they haven't had it at Aldi. So these were only $1, but like 2 of them are normally the size of like 1 box from Aldi, but I think they're normally $3 at Aldi, so these are still cheaper than that. We got both apple and banana bread. because if we have extra bananas or apples left over, then we end up making like banana or apple bread. So again too, that was a good deal. They also had these Oikos, these like remix kind. These are the kinds that have the little like stir-in things, but these we had a deal on last week where it was just the regular sale price, or just $149 regular price, but they were on sale this week as part of that 7 for 7 sale. And then they had a buy one get one free coupons that ended up making these only $1 for 2 or 50 cents each, with the M-Perks coupon. They also had an M-Perks coupon for these as well, which are these little bar S like individual sized like you know, like hams and like deli meats, but they are also part of that 7 for 7 sale. But they also had a 60-cent off 2 coupon, so I ended up taking those down to $140 for 2, 70 cents each, which is a pretty good price for those. So we ended up picking up 2 of those as well. And then they also had, finally, I've looked for these every single time they've had this sale. They've only had them in stock one time that I've done this sale at Meijer in the years that I've been going there, like probably 3 years now. But these boneless bacon wrapped pork fillets that you can do these like on the grill and stuff like that, but they're like kind of like pork chops, and they are wrapped in bacon, and then you can just, like I said, cook them on the grill or whatever. But these were only $1. These are actually pretty expensive. I was looking at the retail price. I believe that they are regularly $2.99, so that's a really good deal for getting them for $1. They also had these Roma for 1 pizzas, which were $1. They also had these Armour lunch maker like, you know, lunch makers for $1. They also had the Totino's pizza rolls for $1. These Fast Bite sandwiches, again, 2 for $1. They had the Bar S Franks, each $1. The 1 pound bag of baby carrots, and the 3 pound bag of gold potatoes, and 3 pound bag of onions, which is a good price because this is about 33 cents per pound for each of these, which is, again, to a really good deal, I think. So I believe that was everything. Like I said, they had some good deals that were going on, and a couple things too, like the Jell-O I wouldn't normally get, but because I can't get it at Aldi and we haven't been to like one of the other stores to go and pick it up, I was like, actually, you know what, it's not that bad. It's like $1, you know, for Jell-O brand, which I think they're only normally like $125 or something like that, or maybe $150. So it's not that great of savings, but my mom asked for it, and then of course I go to get it and they only have 1 left. So anyways, like the other stuff that they carry at Aldi, like I think they have like orange and like maybe like a berry, like, you know, or cherry or something like that they have at Aldi. But they, again too, those ones wouldn't be worth getting it unless of course you need the Jell-O brand and you don't want to get the store brand, but the store brand would be cheaper to get at Aldi, so like it's not worth it unless it's a kind that Aldi doesn't carry. And again too, like with that, I can't get the you know, the muffin mixes anymore at Aldi because they don't have them, and I don't know why, if they're just, like I said, out of stock, don't have them for the season, or like what it is, but we can get those at Meijer now that they have that sale. But that was everything. Like I said, I think for, you know, 60 bucks or so that we ended up spending for all these items was pretty good. I ended up saving 50% on all of it, so I'm gonna get it all put away. I thought I'd just share with you guys that we're also grilling for dinner tonight, so that's why I needed to get this stuff cleaned up kind of quickly because I gotta get corn going on the stove as well. But thought I'd just share with you guys those deals that were going on at Meijer for today. Well guys, I'm gonna take a shower and I don't know, maybe get to bed. I might work on my grocery list. Here's the problem, guys. I think I told you guys yesterday, everything wasn't going so swimmingly. We were having some, you know, like I just felt overwhelmed, kind of, but like we're still not done with the painting in the bedroom, and we're still, you know, and like we've had to wait because it's been so humid, so like it's not drying. And you know, that was the problem a few days ago. We've just had to take time to, like, you know, it's not like we can just put a coat on and then quickly get back around to it and then do another coat, to wait like long periods of time in between because it's been so humid out, you know, when we were trying to do it. So then again too, like Jack did a coat in the closet earlier yesterday. I think he finished it yesterday night or something like that, maybe, or I don't know, whatever. He finished it last night, but my dad still had to do the corners. Well, my dad was like, well, I'll take the tape off around the door and the window so that you can paint the trim tomorrow. Well, he goes to take it off and the paint either didn't dry properly, or you know, because the humidity, or it didn't stick very well to the primer, because we used like kind of cheap primer. My dad goes to take it off and peels the paint off with it. So Yep. We have to touch that up now where, you know, like, and we can't paint the trim until we touch up the paint on the wall, and then we have to wait for the paint to dry to tape it back down. So now, like, whereas we were like, oh, we'll be done well before, you know, again, the weekend or whatever, we just have to do a little bit of, you know, touch-up work. Well, not touch-up work, we just still had to do the trim. My dad just had to do the corners in the closet, and we can work on that at the same time because it's opposite ends of the room. So that was the plan, and we were like, we should be done by Saturday. We'll call our contractor in here to get him to do the floors. Well, now we have to touch up the paint, like I said, around the windows to get it all done. Yeah, it's just, now it's a bigger headache. And that was more than likely because the paint wasn't drying right the first time. Like I told you guys, it was a couple days ago when we finished painting the walls, we started noticing bubbles on the wall, and it was probably because the humidity, and either when we put the second coat down, it wasn't dry completely, or what it was, and possibly too, it wasn't adhering like right to the primer. The primer I think was dry by the time we were painting the walls, but anyways, yeah, seems like it's not working. So I'm not painting today, which I really wasn't planning on it anyway, but I was like, okay, well, I'll be set up to do it tomorrow. Now I can't do anything tomorrow because my dad has to get, we're not even going to tape it down. Actually, what I did here to do these, which worked so beautifully, in fact, you can't even tell that it was never taped, was getting one of those little like flat, they're like little square or rectangle kind of like roller things, and you use it really, really close to the trim, and it's supposed to work really well that you don't even need to tape anything off. It's like a little sponge kind of thing, and then you just roll it, like it has little rollers, so you just roll it right along the trim. I didn't tape this down, and you can't tell. It looks like a professional did it, honestly, guys. I mean, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I mean, it looks like it's done really well. You wouldn't even notice that there's any like imperfections or blemishes or really like anything. It looks really good. And like I said, from what I remember, I did not tape that down. I did tape the bottom, I think the trim at the bottom, I think, but I actually think maybe we did, I think we did the trim first and then we ended up painting the walls. Was actually how we did it instead. I think you're supposed to do it the other way, but we did it this way and it worked out. Like I said, you can't notice anything. It looks really good. And then like I said, we just did all the edging stuff and everything like that. And this room has a lot of trim because of this baseboard that's in here, like the baseboard trim. And like I said, you can't notice that it's not like around the door looks really good. Again, too, there's like some little tiny things that are like not perfectly perfect, but I mean, it's pretty good for me and Matthew. Matthew was in high school when we did it, so this was a few years ago, but again, too, we are not professional painters. In fact, this is the only room that I've ever solo kind of painted on my own. My dad's convinced he did the ceiling, which might be true because I probably also at the same time, like I can't now do the ceiling. I probably couldn't do the ceiling back then. So he's like, no, I painted the ceiling in here. And I was like, okay, I guess. I was really convinced that both me and only Matthew did it. But I do think there was a time Matthew went out with his friends somewhere or something like that. And so my dad was like, I'll paint the ceiling for you, like because he couldn't. Well, we also painted that in the middle of summer when it was hot and humid out. I do remember having an air conditioner in the window, which is why the windows actually are not painted in here. But the plan was also to get new windows. So it was like, it doesn't matter. We'll just get new windows and you won't notice that it wasn't painted. But we didn't have a problem with the humidity then. So, okay, I decided I'm gonna go and do the pictures now tonight because painting is like off my radar. I'm like, okay, let's just get back to focusing on the pictures. And again, too, going through my aunt's photos and I'm reorganizing them and everything like that for her. And this has been a several week process now. And I just feel really bad because now that she's moving on Saturday, I want to get them done for her and at least be done so I can say that they're done and then bring them to her at a different time because I don't plan on bringing them on Saturday. But anyways, so I'm going through and I told you guys how yesterday I was just overwhelmed. I found all these other photos that were in the box that I was still like going through and I knew I had to go through, but I thought that they were different photos that were in there and I realized they weren't. And so, okay, I'm, like I said, overwhelmed after yesterday and I'm like, okay, no big deal. This isn't going to be too difficult. So I'm going through the photos because again, too, I just want to, I didn't do it until after the Cubs game because I still need to make my grocery list, so I start working on it after the Cubs game. So I was only going to give myself like an hour and a half before I was like, I'm going to take a shower then and go to bed. So I start working on it and this was like around 9 o'clock or something like that. And so I started working on it and I actually found that a lot of the photos on the back, not a lot, but a good portion of them did actually have dates on them. And I was like, yes, this is going to make this so much easier. Whereas I thought that none of them did. And I was like, this is going to be really difficult with no dates and trying to figure out when these are from. And I'm going to need my mom's help again. So, okay, I find dates on some of them. And I'm like, yes, this is working. I got a handful of pictures put away and matched up already I was like, this is actually not gonna be that difficult. Like, we're kind of cruising through this. It was like a half an hour to an hour that I was working only, and whereas I planned on like an hour and a half. And then all of a sudden, and I got my headphones on, I'm jamming out to music, because that's what I've been doing lately while I've been doing it. It's helping me stay focused, not just sitting there in silence or like with the TV like mindlessly on. Like, I'm listening to fun, pumped up kind of music, so like, I'm getting it done. Then all of a sudden, Spotify like stops working. And so like, and I tried to restart the app. I tried like 6 different things. I thought like, is it my headphones? Like, they're not connecting. So again, too, I look and Jack's like, well, why don't you try on Reddit? Because like everybody always like, there's a whole subreddit just for like Spotify. So I'm like looking like, is Spotify down kind of things. I wasn't finding anything like for today. And then I looked on the subreddit for Spotify, and sure enough, 30 minutes ago, literally when I started having these problems, which was why I probably actually only got 30 minutes of the photos done. The other 30 minutes was trying to figure out why my music wasn't playing. And then I find out that it's down and other people are having this problem. So I'm like, great. I can't work while I have no music. And I could try and just do it in silence. And I'm just like, you know what, this is like, it's like Pandora's box. Like, everything today and yesterday is like, when I think things are moving in the right direction, they're not. And again too, I'm like, yes, okay, got, like I have dates on the back of these photos, and sure enough, music won't play today, and I can't work while there's no music. So yeah, that's like the story of these photos and painting this room. It's like the 2 things that, like, especially too after yesterday, were stressing me out so much. And today it's one of those things where I have to just kind of throw my hands up and be like, I'm done. I'm not, like, that's again too problem for another day. I'll try and do it tomorrow. Spotify decides to work tomorrow and I can listen to music, I'll do that tomorrow. And like, the thing is that I can't watch anything on TV because I'll get too distracted. So then I won't pay attention to actually going through the photos. Like, that's why watching like the sports game's good, because like I can just like look up or listen to what they're saying, like the announcers and stuff like that. And I don't, somebody hits a home run, I look up, watch a TV for a couple seconds, okay, go back to the photos. But like, if there's like something that I need to watch, like I can't pay attention to it and try and go through the photos at the same time. So music is perfect, but music doesn't want to be working today, and I don't want to be working today on anything else. Like, I'm done. I think I'm just gonna take a shower, maybe finish my other grocery list, because I did finish most of Jewel's, and that was the other big thing I need to get done for today. And I did look at Tony's and Caputo's, but I didn't finish those lists, so I might do that when I get out of the shower and then just call it a night, because like I said, I don't want to, it's like I said, things like just don't want to work. Things are just not like, just, yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.